If you're in your 30s, odds are your financial situation is a bit of a mixed bag. On the one hand, maybe you've settled into your career and you've even managed to build yourself a little bit of a nest egg. At the same time, you might be juggling life stresses such as debt, such as a credit card or a home loan, or you might be dealing with the emotional and financial strain of parenthood. But don't let your current situation, your current reality break you down and make you despondent. Focus on the positive because there is still a bright side to your situation. And what is this bright side? The bright side is simply that you still have time on your side. You're still young. So even small moves can make a huge difference over the long term. Today in this video, I'd like to share 5 moves you can make now that will pay big dividends down the road. So let's get straight into it. Move number 1, tip number 1 is you need to embrace stocks. You need to embrace shares, security, growth assets, whatever you want to call them. Since 1926, a portfolio mostly in stocks has never lost money in any 20-year period, while averaging gains of more than 10.8% a year versus 4% for bonds. And this is in dollar terms, not even in rands. That's more than double. At age 30, you should have most of your portfolio in stocks. If you need guidance with designing an appropriate risk-adjusted asset allocation, contact me and I'll assist you in creating an age-appropriate mix. Move number 2, or tip number 2, is that you need to save towards your retirement or save inside a retirement annuity. Whether you're just starting out in your career, focusing on taking care of your family, or looking for ways to grow your business and your wealth, saving for a distant retirement is probably not your top priority, but it should be. Because as I said earlier, one of the greatest advantages that you have on your side is time. The longer you have to save towards an investment goal, the more realistic that goal becomes. Because you're investing over a long period, over a longer period, your invested funds start to work for you from the day that you invest. The benefit of compound interest means that you earn growth on growth. So the longer you invest, the bigger the advantage. What most people don't know is that over 30 to 40 years, more than 65% of the value of your retirement annuity, your retirement savings, could come from this compound growth alone. Not being able to access your retirement savings before age 55 is another benefit, because it removes the temptation of spending the money you set aside specifically for retirement on things that may be short-term distractions. So save towards your retirement, save in a retirement annuity. Move number 3, tip number 3, don't cash out. So most workers in their 20s or 30s who leave a job do not transfer their pension fund contributions into a preservation fund, retirement annuity, or the new employer's plan. And this is not a wise move. Not only are your funds depreciated due to the harsh tax regime and tax penalties that are charged in such withdrawals, but you lose on the potential future growth of the money that's already accrued. What this does is it makes the ongoing process of saving towards your retirement more expensive, and thus increases the chances that you'll never have enough when you retire. Move number 4, tip number 4, is you need to find a partner, find a buddy. So a very interesting study that was done by Columbia, Harvard, and Chilean researchers found that when peers monitored one another's savings progress, the average balance is almost doubled. Finding someone whom you respect and can relate to is a great way of keeping yourself accountable to your retirement goal. This can be a sibling, a friend, or a spouse. It's a long journey to retirement, so find a buddy to share the journey with. Tip number 5, or move number 5, last but certainly not least, is sweat the small stuff. So if you are carrying multiple credit card balances, you'll save the most money by paying off your highest rate interest first. So this is correct. This may be correct from a financial perspective, but it most certainly isn't correct, or is most certainly wrong from a psychological perspective. So what do I mean by this? 2 Northwestern University professors have found that people who focus on their smallest debts first before tackling the bigger, higher rate loans are more successful at erasing debt. The psychological boost from eliminating a loan entirely gives you the mojo, the oomph to keep paying down your debt. That's it from me today. Remember that the more you know about personal finance, the more likely you are to invest and attain financial freedom. There's a direct correlation between improved financial literacy and improved financial security. Thank you for listening, and please subscribe if you haven't done so already.